start with the ball, so it's going to have to start on the defensive side. We've only seen McKay Hillstead for 2 drives, but, man, the Skyridge just looked unstoppable with him back under center.
Yeah, for sure. Offense looks really efficient with him there at the helm of it. But hopefully Bingham can carry this momentum that they took into this at the end of the first half, carry it into this opening drive for their defense to really get a quick 3-and-out and hopefully get their offense on the field to capitalize on it.
What do you think the halftime adjustments were? They've had time to watch the film, look at it. Look, it's hard against McKay Hillstead, Kalama, Walker, that offensive line. It's a difficult task, but what do you really try to do to get a 3-and-out?
I think we got to get a little more pressure looks on Hillstead from Bingham. He can't just stand back there and dissect the defense like that in those 2 drives we saw. I think we just got to kind of get some pressure, bring it up the middle, A-gaps, B-gaps, and really give ourselves the opportunity to get them behind the sticks. We haven't been able to see that yet.
You mentioned the one just having time in the pocket. That last touchdown pass we saw from him to Kalama was his 4th read, as you highlighted. He had all that time to go through. That can't happen. Also pretty crazy that Kalama was the 4th read on a passing play, and you see why even when he's the 4th, he's still dangerous of taking those ones back deep. No update on the health and status of Havea Fotu. One of the Miners' leading rushers on the season went out with a scary injury, and we haven't seen him since. But Dallin Martinez and Carson Sudbury, man, they put the life back into the stadium with that exciting touchdown passes. Exciting one, as you'll see. They were going to settle for a 10-yard field goal. Then the neutrals they jumped off sides. The defense did, moved them up 5. Then you had the holding on the pass, and it allowed for 1 play on an untimed down. The pressure even broke in. Martinez, as he was being spun around, able to get it away to Sudbury, and then Sudbury with the gorgeous spin move, able to spin around and get in the end zone, and add an extra 4 points to the board.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I think this stop for the defense is very crucial. They need to understand Martinez is playing lights out right now, just really standing in the pocket and giving his teammates opportunities to make the plays after he throws the ball. Right now, as they get ready to kick off, I don't know if we kick it to Smith. I think we kick it away from him to make sure he doesn't get any early momentum going.
You're just joining us. Smith Snowden had the play of the game. It was on the first drive when he picked off a pass and returned it 90 yards to the house after the Miners had ran all over the Falcons. Ends up in the hands of Snowden here. Smith following his blockers and dragged down, but not until he crosses the 30. So the Falcons set up now to have another strong drive. As we mentioned, it's just been hard to stop them. And look, they're loaded with talent. This is a team that made it to the semis last year, lost in heartbreaking fashion to Lone Peak. Lone Peak, that was a senior-laden group, a really talented veteran team that was able to send those seniors off right and get a state championship win. And Skyridge setting themselves up to have the opportunity to do the same thing here today, Billy.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. I think they have an opportunity to do exactly what you said.
Fake it to Kalama, and instead Hillstead will keep it. Hillstead buried. That time it was Ben Latai, who I literally, Billy, was just telling you I wanted to see more of in the second half before we came back on the air. And Latai able to stop Hillstead on the keeper.
Great play by him. Way to start the possession with a tackle at the line of scrimmage and put them in a situation where they have to play with more of a pass option on second down.
So it'll make it 2nd and 10. This Skyridge offense has not had many negative plays overall, but that time one finally comes in, and we'll see if they can make something out of it. Pocket holds up for Hillstead. Hillstead airing it out, and it's caught. It's a first down for the Falcons.
It's just too easy. I was really hoping the adjustment would be get some pressure on him. Don't let him stand back there and really just throw the ball on rhythm. We need to get him off his spot, and that's just easy pitch and catch for him.
We only saw Hillstead for 2 drives, yet he was 6 for 8 for 115 yards and a touchdown. Just shows you how easy it was. Kalama had 4 receptions for 82. They got to figure out a way to keep him locked down. Walker goes ahead, but quickly met in the hole that time by Caden McBride, who comes in for the stop. And one crazy thing is, just look at these stats too, is the first down difference. Bingham had 13, Skyridge had 7, yet the score was 21-7.
Yeah, for sure, and it all comes off of big playability with Smith Snowden and also with McKay Hillstead just being able to throw the ball very accurately early in the game.
That interception for Snowden was officially a 95-yard return to the house. Just unbelievable. Hillstead buying time, flying ahead. McKay Hillstead scrambling, sticks it out in front, and it'll be close if he got the first down or not, but either way, a big gain for Hillstead.
I really wish they would get pressure on him on these second downs. They're actually doing a fantastic job on first down. Bingham is, and they're just giving Hillstead way too much time to sit back there and scan the field and throw the ball.
I felt like Hillstead got a tough deal on that spot after he stretched it out at the end, but either way, brings up 3rd and 2. This team has not faced third down much at all. We'll see what they can do. In fact, third downs, they're 1 for 1 in conversion. The Miners were pretty good, too. They were 5 of 8 in terms of third down, but still had to send a couple away. They'll give it to Walker. Walker able to get just enough for the first. So Tate Walker plows ahead. Gets about 2 yards, but all he needed was 1, so it works out in favor of the Falcons.
Yeah, I think with the success that they've had with the run, I would expect a shot somewhere around here at midfield, a little run, or a run pass option right here.
So 1st and 10 from the 46, now on the Miners 46 as we've crossed midfield. Hillstead in the offense operating on the left hash. Kalama lined up in the slot to the right side, 2 receivers on each side. Hillstead, they'll try to bring a linebacker blitz. Hillstead with time, airs it out. Beautifully thrown ball, and it's hauled in for the touchdown. The Falcons score again, and on the touchdown catch was Jace Doman.
Yeah, again, it's just one of those things. They've been really patient early in the downs. You could just kind of feel that they were getting ready to time up a shot. They hit midfield. I just felt it coming, and it was just a great ball by McKay Hillstead again.
If you want to know why McKay Hillstead is that guy, I mean, there's been one other throw today that we saw in the earlier game from Easton White of Farmington that I thought was really incredible, but that one was just a perfectly thrown ball, and it's what leads to our 28-7 game. We'll see if the Miners can do the necessary work to get back into it when we return on Max Preps Radio.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening in. Game Mike was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mike today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mike comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening into Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at
Falcons waste no time getting a quick score. So that time it was Doman with the catch. I mean, we talk about Doman and Snowden, both as corners predominantly, and they both had receptions on that previous one. This Skyridge team is just so loaded. They have so many guys. They could easily have got players go both ways, but when you have so many talented players, why not rest them and let them be able to save up so when you throw them out there, they're fresh and ready to do their thing.
Yeah, and they're both super athletic, super fast. And it was just one of those, they timed up a shot great, and I don't think they were too aware with Doman on the field.
Miners will return this one back. Get a little bit of a good return until he's finally brought down. That time was Nick Carter. And, looking at these halftime stats we had, what's the biggest thing that stands out for you, Billy? Because I talked about the first downs already, but how about total offensive plays? The Falcons had 15 for 136, and Bingham had 37 for 178. So, Bingham, 37 for 178, that's not bad, but Skyridge, 15 for 136. It's just great. That's crazy.
They're just efficient, and that's, again, having McKay Hillstead back at quarterback. It's literally being put right here in front of us. When he has the ball in his hands, this offense can really move, and they're dangerous when they get going.
Look at the Miners' rush yards, too. They had 24 carries for 83 yards as we see a flag come in. And, oh, man, is that going to be a delay of game? Oh, man, a delay of game on the Miners right when they take the field? That was not the start Coach Fernandez's offense needed.
Yeah, that's got to be super frustrating. Back to the first half, that's what has put them behind the sticks and not allowed them to have successful drives.
1st and 15 from the 21. Martinez drops back, has to evade the pressure, steps up, could have ran. Instead, he'll air it out, and it's caught. They'll make up the first down yardage and then some off the big-time reception from Nate Parker.
I like that time. Martinez really kept his eyes downfield, was very patient, allowing the tight end to clear the defender and get open with that skinny post route coming across the middle.
What a big-time grab for Bingham, and they needed a play, and they'll get it there. So now 1st and 10 from the 46. Still on Miners territory. We'll see as they operate on the right hash. Martinez on the drop, takes a few back, steps up, looks, scans, launches downfield. Sudbury holds it in wide open. Carson Sudbury makes a man miss, cuts it back over. Touchdown, Miners.
Oh, big time throw. I was worried he didn't see him. He was running scot-free down the middle. Way to set your feet and deliver one. That's a big time play by Martinez. Defense has got to get a stop here for them.
This Skyridge defense has been so strong, and then boom, boom, 2 huge passing plays, and just like that, and especially the second one, how do you let Carson Sudbury get that open?
I'm surprised as well. I saw him running straight down the middle of the field. He was waving at one point, praying that Martinez wouldn't miss him, and way to just set your feet and throw a dime by Martinez right there.
We await the PAT to make this stay a 2-score game. It's up. It's good. So the Miners only trailing by 2 touchdowns now, and if they can score that quickly, they'll be able to stay in this game all the way. 28-14, 9:08 to play. Stay with us on Max Preps Radio.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mic. Thank you for listening in. Game Mic was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mic today in the app.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mic. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mic.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mic. Thank you for listening in. Game Mic was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mic today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Things have really changed here, Billy, at Rice-Eccles Stadium, where the Falcons led by 3 scores. They scored right away. It was 28-7, and it just felt like, well, another Skyridge blowout. But Bingham and Dallin Martinez said, not today. First hit Cannon Tennant on a gain of over 20, and they started with a false start, with a delay game. That was what's crazy. You start that drive with a delay game, so you got back up even more 5. You get that, and then what did you see on the route from Sudbury that allowed him to get so open down the middle of the field before he cut it to the outside for the easy score?
It kind of just looked like Skyridge miscued because he was running free down the middle of the field. He was even waving at Martinez to make sure he hits him. But just big kudos to Martinez. He had 2 opportunities to potentially run the ball, get big yards, but he just took the time to set his feet and deliver a great throw.
Doman trying to turn to the outside. Doman just tripped up. He nearly broke that one free, and oof. We saw a kickoff return. The previous game we had Corner Canyon versus Farmington. Farmington was able to take a lead 28-24, and it was like, could this be the moment for the Phoenix? But then it was really the special teams and just the defense that took over. You had a kick return for it was actually just the special teams. Kick return touchdown that went for it was a 90-yard return, and then you look at the blocked punt they scored for a touchdown. Just like that, you had a 17-point game again. So just amazing how a game can turn, and it's what the Miners hope they can do here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Hillstead looks to the outside. It's well covered up, but breaking free downfield is Cannon Jensen. Jensen hauls it in. Gain of over 15.
We got to get pressure on him. He is throwing so comfortable right now. The ball is spinning great out of his hands, and his timing is just immaculate right now. Bingham has got to mix up some pressure looks to get him off his spot. He cannot be throwing the ball this clean right now if they want to get back in this game.
They rolled it off to the right that time, and he easily found his man for the completion. 1st and 10 from the 48. Still on the Skyridge side at the moment. We'll see if the give to Walker changes that. Tate Walker will bounce this one to the outside, runs it to the left, and eventually tripped up. Gain of 5 as he'll get it down to the opposite 46.
I'm expecting, again, Skyridge. Again, this is a 2nd and manageable. I'm expecting a shot right here or a run pass option. Hopefully Bingham can bring some pressure, get him off his spot, and really give themselves an opportunity to get this stop.
Hillstead, it is going to be a quick pass to the outside, which Kalama has open field, and Kalama able to break through one tackle and get an easy 1st down. The 5th catch of the game for Kalama, who's having an incredible afternoon.
The kid is fantastic after the yards after catch. When the ball is in his hands, you know he's going to break that 1st tackle.
Hillstead alone in the backfield. 3 receivers at the bottom, 2 up top. See pressure coming. We'll see how they change the play now. Coach Hem sending the signals to Hillstead. Billy, you've been talking about bringing the pressure. We'll see if Bingham decides to drop out of it. Show a 3-man rush at the moment. McBride on the inside, spying Hillstead. They'll stay with just 3. Hillstead has to escape the pocket. Hillstead has a man pop open in Walker. Jensen. Jensen with it. Jensen gets it down for a gain of 8.
And what's crazy is it looks like they got a little more pressure with that 3-man rush on that play.
Yeah, we'll see if they can continue to find ways to create that chaos in the backfield. It's 2nd and 3 from the 31. The Miners are loaded on that line of scrimmage. Currently 6 guys on the line at the moment. No one over the middle of the field. We'll see if it's another opportunity for Skyridge to take a shot. They'll try to use it as that. There was a free runner. Hillstead looking to the outside. Launches one. Just overshoots him. It's Jensen to the top. He just can't connect. And that'll make it 3rd and short.
That felt like Jensen had an opportunity. He looked like he kind of let off the gas a little bit. One of those, he wasn't expecting the ball to come to him. It looked like a great ball from Hillstead.
Yeah, so Hillstead, you thought that Jensen kind of let up a little bit there, and tough break that time for Hillstead, who looked like he was going to have his 2nd touchdown pass of the half. He has 3. He already had the most recent touchdown was really his. The other one was almost all Kalama. I mean, it was a check down and he broke 4 tackles, but Hillstead has been sensational today, guiding this offense so many times. 3rd and 3 from the 31. They'll give it to Walker. No one in front of him. The blocking magnificent. Tate Walker breaks it, bounces to the outside. Tate Walker trying to stay on his feet, gets it across the 10, shakes another off, but the Miners finally bring him down. Wow, Tate Walker inside the 5.
That is a fantastic, great, tough run by Tate Walker. Way to bounce it and get to the outside and just really make things happen.
See an injured Miner being helped off the field, and it's just too easy for this Falcons offense. And it's so hard to know what to do. I've asked you numerous times now, but at some point when they just have the players and the personnel, like that hole was just massive that opened on the left.
Yeah, fantastic blocking by the offensive tackle, Howard, and just really washing things down and allowing that ball to bounce on the edge.
7 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 5 from the 5. Hillstead. Whistles come in. Waiting to see what's going on. I didn't look like either side called a timeout. I think our officials are going to have a discussion about something. I think they wanted to reset the play clock, but Billy, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. So there was going to be a delayed game, but the clock was stopped for the injury timeout, so they correct the mistake and will snap the ball in a second with no penalty. 3 receivers lined up to the wide side, the right on the left hash. Jensen alone up top. Hillstead with Walker in the backfield. Miners showing some pressure, but they back out of it. We'll see if McBride comes on the blitz. They showed it.
I think we get Walker again. Let Walker finish this drive off.
They'll give it. Instead, it's Hillstead. Hillstead on the keeper, weaving his way around, dragged out the one, and did that ball came out? The ball might have come out. We'll see who's on top of it. I believe the Falcons were able to get it again. And we're waiting.
Yep.
And it will stay with Skyridge. It was a great job by the offensive line. That was number 58 that time. Adam Stevens, the center, who stopped and jumped on it in the nick of time to prevent what would have been a cataclysmic turnover for the Falcons. Hillstead in this offense set it up on the 1 now. They'll give it to Walker. Walker trying to find his blockers ahead. Walker dives ahead. And he's in for the touchdown. Tate Walker finds the end zone for the 2nd time today to help the Falcons retake a 20-point lead.
It only felt right letting Tate Walker finish that drive off just because the hard run that he had a couple plays prior to that. He runs hard. The kid gets low, and it's almost one of those he's going to fall forward every time he gets a chance to touch the rock.
Heffel for the PAT. It's once again a 21-point lead. McKay Hillstead and Tate Walker getting it done as Skyridge is in command.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening in. Game Mike was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mike today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mike comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mike allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on
Skyridge up 35-14. The Falcons the 2 seed. The Bingham Miners the 3 seed. Both teams looking for an opportunity to take on Corner Canyon in a state championship bout scheduled for 11 a.m. next Friday. This is a Bingham offense. Last time we saw them, it was 2 quick plays, and then boom, they scored. But unfortunately, they couldn't get the stop they needed to shrink the lead. And they're going to need to continue to score points, it seems like, and just hope the Bingham defense can figure out a way to find answers.
For sure. It's one of those offense, you got to keep scoring. Defense, let's make some adjustments. Let's give ourselves a better chance to get back into this football game.
Good ball security that time from Caden McBride, able to hold on to it. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 31 as the Falcons collapsed in on him on the return. See Carson Sudbury in this offense go back to work. Sudbury had just a magnificent touchdown a moment ago, and this is an offense that unfortunately has to operate without Havea Fotu. Fotu on the sideline actually, but without pads on at the moment, so hopefully he is all right, but doesn't look like he'll be returning again today. A huge loss for this offense. Martinez checks into it. They sit in the wing tee in the middle of the field. They'll give it on the quick give, and Mason Anderson meets him in the hole. That's what you love to see from Anderson. Stands him up and drives him back. Billy, as a DC, I know you like that.
Oh, fantastic play. Being very disciplined with your keys, seeing the pulling guard coming, and just allowing him to take you directly to the ball. That's a great job scraping and filling by Anderson.
Second and 10 from the 31 on the left hash. Martinez in the gun. Sudbury lined up at the bottom. Pressure's picked up. Martinez with time. Martinez steps up. Toilolo meets him, and Sudbury caught it! What a catch by Sudbury on the sideline, diving ahead, able to beat the tough coverage on the outside from Saxton Higbee.
Martinez is making plays over and over again. I hope he finishes this drive and the defense can build off that, because he is taking shots and delivering balls.
Yeah, just wow, like you said, Billy. Just an incredible play by Martinez and Sudbury. That connection is next level, and those two have both really stepped up without Fotu in the game. Make it 1st and 10 from the 44, still on the Miners side. Martinez under center. Gives it. But he's well contained. That's Ian Mariner, the nose tackle for this Falcons defense, wrapping him up and taking him down.
Just very good football by that Skyridge front seven, just really executing their assignments and just really being very disciplined.
Just under 5 to play now in our third quarter. Miners drive, taking some time, which is okay to keep the Falcons offense off the field, but still going to have to figure out a way how to stop McKay Hillstead, which if you can figure out how to do that, you'd be making a lot of money at the next level, probably, Billy. I'll say that.
For sure.
Martinez with Sudbury next to him in the backfield. 3 receivers up to the right. They're on the left hash. Pressure breaks in. They try to set up the screen. Sudbury ends up dropping it. That was Sudbury bobbled it, so it looked like he almost caught it, and the whistle was a little delayed as Mason Anderson scooped it up and was almost ready to return it.
I wish Sudbury would have caught it. It was one of those, he's going to make that tackle miss, and he had 3 linemen out in front of him getting ready to make a big play.
Pressure applied by Tassili Akana, forcing Martinez to throw that one a little off target. Akana's been active in the run game. Haven't seen any sacks so far today, really, by this Falcons defense, although they've been applying a lot of pressure to make Martinez uncomfortable in the backfield. They'll bring just 3 this time. Good push on the interior from Toilolo. Martinez navigating, staying up to the right. Martinez going to take off and try to run it. Westover giving chase, and the Falcons run support comes up big. The secondary flies in and prevents him from getting the first.
Great job by Martinez, just really trying to hold on, see any receivers coming open late, and putting his head down and going and trying to get that first for his team.
4th and 2. Offense is going to stay on the field. You got to, Billy.
They have to. It's a big 4th down for the Miners right here. This could really turn the game if they are not able to convert right here.
4th and 2 from the 48 of the Falcons. It's a 3-score game, 35-14, and Dallin Martinez and this offense gotta have it.
Timeout.
And we will see a timeout. Head coach Jones and OC Fred Fernandez going to talk things over. They'll decide how to play it, and we'll step away. And we'll be back in a moment on Max Preps Radio.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any time.
What games can I call?
Any youth sporting event. You can even share it out with family and friends so they can listen in.
That sounds great. I'll download today.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening into Game Mic. Action should resume.
Miners making their way back out, but they got a little bit more time because of the TV timeout. They'll talk it over. JT Wistersill and Vili Halasima with you in the booth. And Vili, this is just a big of a down as you're going to find for this Miners team.
It is a big down. Bingham really needs this 4th down conversion to get points out of this drive, because on the flip side, McKay Hillstead is 4 for 4 right now when he has touched the football. So you cannot allow him to get this ball back at midfield.
We weren't sure if we were going to see McKay Hillstead this year. Then, to everyone's surprise, went out there against, in last week's game, as I'm blanking on who they played last week, but went out against Davis last week and helped his team score 47 points against the Darts to reach this game in the semifinals. Martinez under center, wing T on the right hash. They'll give it to Sudbury. Martinez actually keeps it. Martinez going to run it to the outside. Martinez, one man to beat. He fights for it, and I think he got it. But it's close. Coming up to provide the stoppage was Saxton Higbee.
Oh, that's a big play by Martinez. I was watching to make sure he got the spot. They had me worried with how long they were getting ready to give the signal for the first, but just a great play by Martinez, getting the angle on defender and putting your head down and getting the first.
So it's 1st and 10 from the Falcons 46. Martinez on the drop. Pressure holds up. Toilolo comes in, and he runs into pressure, and he is slammed down. Once again, Malafu in on the stop with a sack.
Just a great understanding by Skyridge's defensive coordinator. Midfield, understanding the situation. They're going to take a shot and bring a 5-man pressure and not allowing that to happen. It's a great job by them.
So 2:40 to go in this third quarter. 35-14, Falcons in command. 2nd and 15 after the sack. Bingham's offensive line has really done a good job holding up, and he won't get credit for the sack there, but Deshaun Toilolo was the one who forced him forward that allowed Malafu to get the stop there.
Yeah, Toilolo has had a fantastic game. He is getting penetration. He might not have the stats, but a lot of great things have come from him.
Sudbury. Martinez found him open. Sudbury breaking ahead. Sudbury cuts it back in. Shaking 1, shaking 2 tackles. Carson Sudbury brought down a huge gain on 1st and 15. On 2nd and 15.
Again, Martinez just doing what he has done all game. Staying calm in the pocket, stepping up and delivering one to a crossing route. And then our guy Sudbury just making a play after the catch.
Just such a sensational player. Sudbury got it done time and time again. For Bingham, they were able to reach this point by beating Pleasant Grove 28-20, and then Lone Peak 25-19. We'll see. Martinez pitches out to Sudbury. Sudbury cuts it back in and able to get 5 on the outside pitch.
Sudbury, he's a fantastic, has fantastic speed, great vision, great patience. Initially, the yardage wasn't there on the toss play, but just being patient to get the kick out block from the tackle and then cutting it just on schedule. Just a fantastic play by him.
1:20 to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 from the 19 on the right hash. It's Peck. Lined up to the outside. Next to him is Maine. Martinez rolling to the left. Has a man open in Peck and hits him. Maddox Peck gets the first down, grabbed, move the chains.
Man, Martinez is playing lights out right now for this Bingham offense. I hope they punch this in and the defense wakes up and gets a stop, because Martinez is going to drive the team down and just keep doing what he's doing.
He deserves an opportunity to do so. Like you mentioned, unfortunately, defense is going to need to play. Might even need a turnover to get back into this one. We'll see if Bingham's able to punch this one in with 40 seconds to go in our third quarter. 1st and 9 from the 9 on the left hash. As Martinez gets it, he's got time. He wants Sudbury. It's deflected up top and then intercepted. This is going to be pass interference and come back as he's eventually dragged down. It was Saxon Higbee who had the pick, but one of his teammates ended up just shoving down Sudbury.
Yeah, it was obvious pass interference, and it's almost back to the same play that's been hurting Skyridge, is that quick slant and then the yards after the catch.
Our officials talking things over after it. I don't think that ball was deflected, so if it was, then you'd be able to shove him, but it wasn't deflected, so I mean, it seemed like a pretty clear pass interference to me. I'm surprised it's taken this long, Billy.
It has to be pass interference or illegal contact. Even though the linebackers are allowed to press and get hands on within the 5 yards, that was a little too much there.
Waiting to see what the call is. There's a pass interference on the defense. But they said there were 2 fouls, but they didn't say if it was offsetting or what happened yet. We're still waiting to figure it out. And the white hat looks like he's like, well, y'all left me out to dry. I didn't even say what the other penalty was. So still some confusion. Oh, it was an eligible receiver downfield on the offense. So the penalties will offset and we'll replay the down. Billy, you're in disbelief.
Yeah, I am. The ball came out so fast. I don't understand how there is a lineman even had an opportunity to get downfield. It was just a quick slant. It was just a quick 3-stepping out. So I'm just curious what lineman or who it was that was illegal downfield.
Yeah, but I'd love to see that one again, too. I'm with you. There was such quick pitch and catch that hard to get downfield in that scenario. So we'll replay the down. First and goal from the 9. Martinez. Blitz comes in. It's picked up. Martinez waiting, trying to escape the pocket. Martinez buying time and just throws it away before he's dropped.
Martinez, man, I like this kid a lot. He is doing everything he can to make sure his team has a chance to win this game, and you can appreciate that from your quarterback.
The number of throws he's made under duress, the job he's done avoiding pressure, keeping it alive, and finding his guys has been impressive, as you highlighted, Billy. 2nd and 9 here, and look, this is 4-down territory, so it doesn't even matter. Man, Bingham is just lucky they were able to punch that one in to end the half, because without that last second score, this would be a totally different ball game.
100%.
Martinez in the wing tee. As they'll try to get it on the reverse. Have it to the outside. Peck shakes a tackle. Peck still on his feet, fighting. Dragged down inside the 5 to the 3.
Great job. Great job, Peck, fighting to get back into the positive situation. It looked like we initially were going to get a tackle for a loss and way to get ahead of the sticks and put your team in a situation where you have 2 downs to try to punch this in. And the way that Bingham runs that wing tee offense, I will not be surprised to see 2 quick handoffs through the middle or off tackle.
Get up your 4s. We're heading to the 4th. 12 minutes to go. Miners knocking on the door. Can they get back into it against the Falcons? Stay with us on Max Preps Radio to find out.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mic. Thank you for listening in. Game Mic was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mic today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the game.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mic. Thank you for listening in. Game Mic was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mic today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic. Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
Fourth quarter set to get underway here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. It's been a fantastic day of football, and we got 2 more games for you tomorrow, too. At 11 and then 2:30, we'll have the Falcons we'll have the Pioneers, actually, tomorrow, taking on the Stallions. That's going to be an electric game. The 2 highest scoring offenses in 5A facing off. Then we'll have the Timpview fierce rushing attack going against the red-hot Orem Tigers. It'll be 2 fun games, and me and Billy will have you on the call for both of those tomorrow on Max Preps Radio. But we still got 12 minutes to go in this one. It's 3rd and 2 from the 2. It's 4-down territory, as simple as that, but still some suspense whenever you get down to these last couple chances. And look, if you're Bingham and you want to have any chance to come back, you have got to cut this to a 2-score lead, Billy.
You have to. They have to punch this ball in and understand that we get this ball in and we got to get a stop defensively and get back into this football game.
Media timeout is we're waiting on at the moment, but it's Sudbury in the backfield with Martinez. They also have TJ Brimhall back there. Brimhall and Sudbury, both class of 2024 players. Martinez, a senior, and has shined in what could be his final game unless he has a few more heroics up his sleeve. Left hash, wing T on the 2. Third down. Martinez gives it to Sudbury. Sudbury trying to squeeze ahead. Sudbury trying to get in. The front 4 of the Falcons with a huge stop. We're going to have 4th and 1 coming up.
Toy Lolo again, just fantastic player. His get off is fantastic. The penetration he just makes, especially defending inches, is just fantastic.
A sophomore, too. Once again, we can't say that enough. He is a sophomore, and he plays like a senior. I mean, between him and Akana, it's just an unbelievable defensive end duo. And you see Toilolo so good, they put him on the interior sometimes. 4th and 1 on the 1-yard line. Martinez under center. Martinez gives it. Sudbury gets it in. Carson Sudbury with the score. Miners still alive in Rice-Eccles.
You got to give it to Sudbury. He is someone that you can count on, especially right now in this game. He is playing lights out for this Bingham Miners offense.
I'll snap it back in a moment for the PAT, but man, how about that from Carson Sudbury and Dallin Martinez, just doing so much to put them in a position to be successful, Billy.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Martinez is playing lights out, and I'm sure he's going off on the sideline and trying to motivate his defense just to get one stop, give him an opportunity to go get it into a one-possession game.
Neutral zone infraction that time. I don't think we're going to see the offense come back on the field to just reattempt the easy PAT. But just to get this discussion started now, you've talked about that you just need more creativity in your blitzes. What kind of pressure would you try to bring here if you were on that Bingham sideline to try to get Hillstead to make a mistake?
I think just what the issue I'm seeing is Skyridge's offensive line is so experienced and so much talent up front that when we're just standing in front of them trying to show where we're coming, it's too easy for them to pick up. I think we need to show, if we're going to come from the weak side, show strong side pressure and then bring it off one side. Just kind of mix it up there, keep them guessing, keep them on their toes. When we're trying to line up in front of them right now, it's just too easy for them to pick up.
So we got 11-16 to play in this game. The Miners trail by 15 at the moment as that PAT was no good. So an unfortunate miss that time for Bingham. I thought it was good too, Billy, but yeah, 20-35, tough break here, and man, it really does change things now because now you got to factor in not just the scores, but the 2-point conversion.
And it is tough, especially after encroachment. So they got the ball on the 1, and they still kicked and they missed. So that is a tough break for Bingham.
Miners come out. You thinking onside here at all? You're just try to trust your defense at the moment.
Based off the time, 11-16 left in the quarter, I think you got to give your defense one more shot that they'll kind of put it together and get a stop. Hopefully Martinez juiced them up enough to really get them the ball one more time.
And you want to give Hillstead a half a field. That's the other part of that equation that makes it so challenging. So looks like the Miners are just going to send this one deep. It's Riley Wicker. Does go for the onside, but it's not far enough. Wicker tried to get the soft touch, and it doesn't even go 10 yards. They might have even had it. They caught him off guard a little bit.
They did catch him off guard. The front line took off running, but just not enough on the kick.
Oh, just a crushing blow for Bingham as they might have been able to get it. And now, as I mentioned, you got to be careful about giving McKay Hillstead a short field. They just did just that.
And just off the feel of the game, I feel that they'll come out here and take a shot just because they've been so successful on 2nd and long. I just don't see why not. Just trying to take a shot and keep this at a 21-point game. So we'll see what Skyridge does right here.
One thing, too, is the Falcons' offense is so explosive. They're capable of scoring in those 2-minute drills. We haven't seen that from the Bingham offense, really. Yes, they had that one drive where they had the 2 quick explosive plays, but just not really who they are. Hillstead, with time, waiting. He wants it all. Launches it deep. Going for it. Great coverage. And it's deflected and intercepted. Intercepted on the deflection with the pick. And going is Mammalis. Cameron Mammalis with the interception. It was great coverage downfield that time from Bo Hamilton. Hamilton was running stride for stride with the intended Falcons receiver, and Hamilton had reflected it back, so it allowed Mammalis to intercept the ball, and what a turnover, Ville. You were excited after that one, too.
Oh, man, just the feeling was right. You could feel that Skyridge was trying to go for the knockout punch, And man, as good as McKay Hillstead has been playing all game, just underthrew an open target, and Bingham made a fantastic play on the ball, and now they got their chance to let my guy Martinez get them right back in this game.
Yeah, it was Jackson Andrews who had the separation, a better throw, and it is probably a walk-in touchdown, but instead Martinez in this offense, they're going to take a shot, launching up to the outside, and nearly an incredible catch, but can't quite make it, is Peck. Peck and Snowden battling on the outside.
Peck almost brought that in. I was just about to start screaming because I thought he brought that in with one hand. What a great effort by Peck.
10:54 to go in our game, 2nd and 10. Gotta love the aggression of the Miners in this one. And, Downs cooking, and it seems like Coach Fred Fernandez is ready to let him go to work.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's seen that Martinez has got the offense rolling, so he's just going to leave it up to him.
This time I'll let him keep it on the quarterback draw. Martinez gets a couple back, call it about 6 after some hard running.
A great play call on 2nd down just to get ahead of the sticks, just cut this in half. Really put Skyridge in a situation where you got to play run-pass option.
3rd and 4. This still might be 4-down territory. You got it on your own 38, but at the same time, it's hard not to be tempted to. McKay Hillstead doesn't make that mistake twice normally.
Yeah, I think the play call's got to be keep the ball in Martinez's hand. If it's not open, you get it with your feet.
Martinez will keep it. Martinez charges ahead, hits the hole, and dives forward for the first.
Great job, Martinez.
So 1st and 10 from the 44 in our 15-point game at the moment. The roaring second half of the Miners offense. I can't even think about how different this game would be if not for a jumping off sides on a field goal and then a last-second score on an untimed down.
Yeah, for sure. This momentum is kind of carried into the 4th quarter, and you like to see it.
Martinez faked it to Sudbury, has blockers in front of him. Looking, wants it deep, and it's intercepted! The Falcons take it away! Rising up top was Dalton Young, and he's got the pick!
That's a great job by Dalton Young. Really being disciplined with knowing where his primary receiver is and playing off the quarterback's eyes and sinking underneath that throw because there was an open tight end going on a corner route.
Oh, what a play by Young to rise up and take it away. This game started on the first drive, what was so promising, an interception by Martinez. And what could be the dagger was just thrown by Martinez there, who's had such a strong game. If he could just have those 2 throws back. So unfortunate, just got a little greedy that time around. They'll turn to Walker on the ground, and he'll charge ahead for the short gain. Let's see this Falcons offense. So shift out some personnel a little bit. Actually on the carry that time was Carter Sheffield, the brother of Colin Sheffield. So more of the power back. Just, want to do a better job holding on to the ball. You feel like Skyridge is really down to kill some time, but this time they'll drop back in the gun, let McKay try to air it out again. Hillstead. Clean pocket. Wants the end zone shot again and just overshoots his intended target up top that time. It was once again Jackson Andrews. They just can't connect on that.
And just right there, just like I've been asking the Miners, bring some pressure, give us a look, and they get the D-line slanting and they bring the backer off up the B gap, and they're able to get him off his spot and just overthrows his target just a little.
How about between Isaac Wilson and McKay Hillstead now? We've seen a total of 5 interceptions overall. Crazy turn of events, even if Hillstead only with 1. Wilson with 4, but still. 3rd and 7 from the 47 of the Falcons. Still 9-11 to go after the incompletion. Still a lot of time left if you are able to force. We haven't seen the Falcons punt all game long.
Big 3rd down for Bingham.
And we see flags come on. Was it a delay of game? It was actually a timeout by the Falcons. We'll take one as well and come back in a moment.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast.
getting on the flat and then seeing.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening in. Game Mike was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mike today in the app and Google.
Really trust.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions. Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Marco, do they like to?
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not.
3rd and 7 facing the Falcons offense. They're on the left hash in their own 47. McKay Hillstead. Just a 3-man rush, but pressure breaks in, and it's an off-target throw to Kalama. The Falcons will have to punt for the first time today, and Bingham still got a shot at it. Strong coverage on the outside. You saw Latai was able to break in a little bit and get that initial pressure. That might have rushed Hillstead a little bit, and I gotta believe he didn't want to go to Kalama because Kalama's route was going to be short of the chains anyways. So good job by the Miners, able to get pressure.
Yeah, great job getting pressure with the 3-man rush. Just making him have to throw that ball when he didn't want to. Just having to come out a little bit too early.
First punt of the day for Skyridge. They got some time to send it, and they're able to boom it. But it kind of dies. It's not a great punt. It lands, it lands at we'll call it the 23. So Bingham trailing by 15. They'll need a touchdown and at least one 2-point conversion to tie this one up. And it's getting good in Rice Eccles.
Yeah, just plenty of time, to stay within your offense. I guess the message to Martinez has got to be, let's move on from that one. This drive has got to be ending with 7 points right here.
Last time we saw Martinez, he turned the ball over, got a little too aggressive. I think you got to stay with him in the air game, but just got to be a little more cautious on some of those. You don't need all of it. It's still 8 minutes. Basically 9 minutes, honestly. Martinez has to step up. Pressure coming down on him. Akana giving chase. Akana able to strip the ball. That ball is free. And the Falcons, they're calling it an incomplete pass. Wow. That looked like a strip sack from Akana to me, Billy.
I agree with you 100%. I thought that ball was out as he brought it back to throw.
Yeah, you see Akana giving chase back on him, and Akana able to absolutely knock that ball out from behind.
Ooh.
I'm just going to say, that's a bad call. It's just as simple as you can put it. He wasn't throwing it. He cocked the ball back more, and Akana had knocked him out, and the Falcons jumped on top of that. I don't know if Coach Lehman and his group are watching the replay, but I got to imagine they were irate if they were. We'll see if that call comes back to bite them. 2nd and 10, Martinez going to try to step up. That pass rush really getting home, and it's a high throw to the outside that falls incomplete.
Toy Lolo again. The stats aren't going to show up for him, but man, this young man is relentless. His effort, his get off is fantastic, and he is causing so much trouble in the backfield for Bingham right now.
So 3rd and 10, you got to throw it. And now we're starting to see that pass rush get home for the Falcons. They know what you have to do, so they're just able to pin back and get after it. See a little bit of a break. I didn't see anyone on the field.
We got a timeout for Skyridge.
Yeah, will be a timeout for the Falcons. Good eye, Billy. So we'll step away as well and have an exciting third down coming up from the 23 Bingham season on the line.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening in. Game Mike was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mike today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
Orange pom-poms.
Back here inside Rice-Eccles Stadium on the campus of the University of Utah. It's a fun 3 days of football up here. We had our great 2 games today. We got the 5A ones tomorrow, and then Saturday, the Utes back in action for Senior Saturday. So going to be a fun one up here. But for Martinez in this offense, it all comes down to this. He'll drop back with time. It's a high throw, and it's intercepted. Skyridge takes it away. It's Higbee. Higbee going to be dragged down, but Saxton Higbee with a ginormous interception that does all but clinch this game with 8:29 to go, and the Falcons set up inside the 35, Billy.
Oh, man. Just the pressure just was able to get just enough to not allow him to step into. He made the correct read, just was not able to step into that throw, and he kind of sailed it on him.
Mariner, Akana, Malafu, and of course, Toy Lolo have had themselves a day. They started out the game by getting blown off the ball for about 80 yards, and then they finally stood up on 2 runs that then made Martinez throw that first interception that resulted in a pick. And just got to think how different this game would have been if not for the initial interception. As we see Walker get it, Tate Walker charging ahead. Tate Walker gets it for a first down.
I was hoping to see Tate Walker back in the game. Kid runs tough. I think we're going to see him the rest of the way to try to close this out.
Wasn't a first down, actually, just short. So it'll be 2nd and 1 after the gain of 9 on that one from Walker.
It looks like they actually are going to give them the first.
Yeah, a little slow on the getting the chains moving, but nonetheless. 8:20 to go. Hillstead, they'll give it to Walker again. This time the Miners defense more ready, but still, I mean, it's another gain of 5.
Yep. Walker's got to be the one to kind of just grind this clock out and allow them to just finish this drive. Try to hopefully take it down under 4 minutes.
Aimi Faifita, as well as Adam Stevens and the rest of that offensive line, especially the interior, just doing work right now, able to create that movement and separation. Garrett King also getting it done. They'll pitch it to the outside. It's caught and fought in for the first down. Did he get it? Josh Davis? He did. Falcons continue to move the chains and just kill the clock.
Yeah, just great play call. Little split zone look, tight end coming behind the formation. McKay Hillstead getting him in the running motion and him able to get that first down.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 10 now. Hillstead and this offense taking their time, letting things go. Play clock just dipped under 10, so with 7:15 remaining. Hillstead gives it to Walker. Walker charging ahead. Walker trying to get to the outside. Walker makes one man miss. Shakes off another tackle. Tate Walker with the 3 for 3. Another touchdown and the hat trick in the end zone.
Just fantastic vision by Tate Walker, seeing it and being patient. Most running backs will try to push that cut a little too early, and him just allowing the blocks to develop from his tackle, his wide receivers, and allowing him to just get into the end zone.
41-20 now. Wow, the Falcons, and it just feels like a game that could have been so different too, Villy. And 7:02 to play. Bingham will come back out in a moment, and we'll see if they can make some magic happen at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening into Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any time.
What games can I call?
Any
And then go.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mic. Thank you for listening in. Game Mic was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mic today in the app.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mic. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mic.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any time.
What games can I call?
Any youth sporting event.
When we won our
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
(42-20), 7:02 left to play at the University of Utah inside Rice-Eccles Stadium here in Salt Lake, where the Skyridge Falcons have really taken control of this one and still got 7 minutes to go, so miracles are possible if you are the Miners. Could start right here on this return, potentially. See it taken to the outside, but the Falcons are ready for it, and they'll swing him down for dropping him a loss inside the 10. This Skyridge defense is relentless, and I think if you're looking at it for these pass rushers of the Falcons, this is where they can just continue to just turn back and just go relentless on the pass rush.
Yeah, for sure. You see this D-line has got it going. They got their ears pinned back. They understand the situation. They know Bingham has to pass the ball. They know the clock is their enemy. And they are just teeing off right now, especially Toilolo.
Sudbury and this offense coming back on the field. Martinez and him talking the play over quickly. Falcons. They'll pitch it to the outside. It's Sudbury. Sudbury trying to get to the edge. Has blockers in front. How about Sione Westover's speed? There's not many guys who could beat him to the sideline, and Westover able to force him out.
That's just fantastic speed, fantastic effort. You love to see great defenses play like that and really just understand, even though we're up 3 possessions, you just play with fantastic effort.
Gain of 4 on the carry. We've talked about a lot of guys. I feel like Sione is the guy who doesn't get as many tackles, but just flies under the radar. Just a guy who does so many things that don't show up in the stat sheet.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sione Westover is a great player.
Feels like you could say that about all of them. They're going to try to get it on the reverse. They'll pitch it all the way back. Martinez, huge trickery going down, and they finally get it to the left sideline with Peck, and Peck able to get a first down after it touched 4 different Miners.
Oh, man, I was so worried just barely seeing how many times they lateraled that football. There were so many opportunities. That was about to be a negative play. Again, fortunate enough to get it off and get ahead of the sticks again.
1st and 10 from the 27. 6:27 to go for this offense. They scored in one drive where they went 2 plays, the distance on 70 yards. So still trying to recapture that same magic here. Martinez with time, roaming, pressure in his face, able to squeeze out and then just step out. Gain of 1, despite running for probably 50 yards in the pocket.
Yeah, Bingham right there trying to set up a screen, but you got Tausili Akana just being very good and disciplined and recognizing it and staying patient, and Martinez just being a smart football player and understanding if he throws that, they're going to get ineligible man downfield.
This Falcons defense, as we discussed, is just loaded with an embarrassment of riches of talent. And this is a Miners offense that has done a really good job. I mean, there's still not a lot of teams that have scored 20 against this Falcons defense. And we'll see if they can punch one more in before this ends. Martinez steps up and it'll get dropped. Akana was in on that one, as well as it looked to be number 31 that time, being Liaofu Imani.
Yeah, Leo Fowl, he had a great penetration up the middle. It looked like they ran a little stunt, and he stepped right up into it. And those are just tough when you want to step up because you feel those DNs climbing down your back, and you just step up into a sack.
5:30 to go in this one. 3rd and 12 from the 25. They'll go back to the wing tee. Martinez fakes it to Sudbury. Nearly brought down by Malafu. Tries to throw it back over and nearly intercepted. Great job flying in. Deflecting that ball was Brady Beers.
Yeah, the pressure is definitely getting to Martinez right now. He had an opportunity to hit the tight end running a corner route. Just wasn't able to get his eyes downfield because of the pressure bearing down on him from our guy, Sione Westover.
We called Brady Beers his name. Felt like he was the last guy from the Skyridge defense we really had to mention. Seriously, I think every single player on this defense is really going to be playing at the next level. A couple of the backups honestly might too, Billy.
For sure. They're loaded at every position.
Martinez trying to step up again. There's pressure behind him. He's hit as he throws, and it ends up sailing out of bounds. And that was 4th and 12 on that one, so that'll bring the defense out. And this game already, and whatever small glimmer of hope was left for the Miners goes out with that one. And, you know, the end's going to kind of ruin it, but, Billy, you've been all over it all game long. It's a fantastic performance by Dallin Martinez still.
Oh, yeah, 100%. The opportunities were there, but that front seven for Skyridge has really turned it up this fourth quarter and just been climbing the pocket, just bearing down his neck the whole fourth quarter, and they've just hit home play after play.
Hillstead comes back out. Sheffield, being Carter Sheffield, joins him in the backfield. Offense hasn't scored in a little bit. So they tripped up that time. Hasn't scored it since their last drive, I should mention. It was the drive before that they had to punt it away, but after the previous turnover, now there's been the turnover on downs there, and then we had 3 interceptions from this Falcons defense that has been imposing all night long. That play goes for a gain of 7, so 2nd and 3 after the run by Sheffield. They'll go right back to the ground, just under 5 to play in this one. Sheffield drives ahead and stopped, but he'll have the first.
Yeah, it looks like Skyridge is just perfectly fine with just handing this ball off, letting the clock just tick away, and just start to prepare for that championship matchup that I think we've all been wanting to see with McKay Hillstead back now.
You know, it felt like it was going to come down to the 2 best teams when you look at the bracket overall. I mean, West was much better than the 9th seed. I think we can all agree with that. So it was like, will the Chargers be tested against West? And then they beat them in just emphatic fashion, 35-7, as Sheffield plows ahead for another strong game. You see the Falcons' offensive line getting a good push, but I mentioned just West, they seemed like they'd have a shot, but even they would lose 35-7. We saw Corner Canyon Farmington. Farmington actually led that game in the 3rd quarter, but then they still win by over 2 touchdowns. So it's crazy how it worked out. Then for Skyridge, they got the first round bye, took care of business early on against Fremont. They just used Trent Call in that one. Then the return of McKay Hillstead yielded great results against Davis, and they're in danger. I mean, they scored 47 points versus the Darts, so they're about to hang up even more than that as they're driving, and they have this one. It's 2nd and 3 from the 7. But a little bit of a false start will back them up first. But what do you just think about these two teams having coached and game planned against both of them this season?
It's McKay Hillstead's a dangerous player. Just going back to that Skyridge Davis game, that is his first game back. And if I remember correctly, he only played the first quarter. He put up 35 points against them, and they were able to take him out and kind of rest him and prepare him for this big game against Bingham. To the Corner Canyon side, we saw some mistakes from Isaac Wilson with his 4 interceptions, but at the end of the day, Corner Canyon, and everybody knows around here, they play great football in all 3 phases, and it showed up today with those 2 big special teams touchdowns, and in my opinion, ended up being the deciding factor of that game against Farmington.
Really felt like it. 3rd and 5 from the 9. Hillstead gets the defensive lineman to jump, or somehow actually stayed. Looked like from our angle he jumped into the neutral zone, but guess he was able to avoid the infraction. Play clock dips under 10. Hillstead gives it to Sheffield, and Sheffield quickly devoured. That's Ben Latai in on the stop.
Just smart heads-up play by Skyridge, just handing the ball off, don't want to put it in harm's way, and be just perfectly fine with kicking a field goal.
Falcons will trot their guys out, looking to officially hang 45, which would give them just 2 points less than they had last week. So you look at this offense, I mean, playoffs is when it's supposed to slow down a little bit, and they will have had over 90 in their last 2 games combined. As with the kick is up, and it's good. So Falcons.
We might get roughing the kicker, or potential running into the kicker. We'll see.
Roughing the kicker. Everyone's thrown off. I mean, the scoreboard here added the points for Bingham instead of Skyridge. So everyone's trying to get resituated up here. See, it's talked about. Just one of those mistakes, too. Like, yes, the game is over, but you still have an opportunity to get the offense back, get off the field. There's no reason for it. Just one of those plays. I think frustration's mounting if you're Bingham and you know your season is going to end.
Yeah, they just got to stay poised. Just take it as another opportunity for the offense to go back out there. And we'll see what Skyridge head coach decides to do here.
Coach Lehman talking it over. It sounds like he might just decline it. I mean, they already got the points. So the field goal is good. So roughing the kicker is the call. So they'll enforce the penalty on the kickoff. And, Billy, you look surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Roughing the kicker, that's an automatic first down. It looks like Coach Lehman just is perfectly fine, like you said, just taking the points, letting his defense go back out there. Maybe he just wants to see that D-line continue to get pin their ears back and go create havoc. They could have kept the offense out on the field, ran the ball a couple more times, but it looks like he's just kind of taking the high road and allowing this game to continue.
Well, the way our scoreboard operated, there we go, finally switched it around. So now officially a 25-point lead for Bingham. They'd still yet to switch it. It was about up there for 4 minutes, basically, where they still had it as the Miners got the field goal. So whoever was running the scoreboard up here's mind, it was going to be the Miners were going to get the ball back, and they made the field goal as they finally able to correct it. Just over 2 minutes remaining here. And, Billy, as we look ahead to next week's matchup, what are the things that you're the most excited about to see? Because, look, they already played once this season, but look, Trent Call has done a phenomenal job filling in at quarterback. Trent Call, I think, would also tell you this. He's not McKay Hillstead. So it's a totally different game on a neutral field next Friday inside Rice-Eccles.
Oh, 100%. The preparation for Corner Canyon is going to be very different. You're facing a quarterback that can do off-platform throws. He can get out of the pocket and still create plays with his feet. But on the flip side, Corner Canyon's defense is one of the most disciplined, fundamentally sound defenses you'll see in Utah high school football. And so I'm excited to see that matchup with McKay Hillstead back and against that Chargers defense.
It's going to be a fun one, but we still got 2 minutes to go in this one as we see this Miners offense come out one last time. As we see Martinez make his way out there once again. What will be the final few snaps of his high school career, but someone's going to be very lucky to get him at the next level, Billy.
Yeah, for sure. The kid is a playmaker. He's tough as they come. He's been standing in that pocket and delivering throws and just taking hits right to the chest or to the legs and just standing up and really looking it in the eyes and just continue to play great football for his team despite the turnovers he's had.
be first and 15 after a delay game penalty. Backed him up a little bit, so it's not the way you want your season to end if you are Coach Fernandez and Eric Jones. But Coach Fernandez's first season with the Miners, I think overall you make it to the semifinals, and what they've done, it's still been a big success. And you get a guy back in Carson Sudbury who's quite the weapon to have.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's great to see Bingham back here at Rice Schools and being able to compete in the semifinals. Those of you that have been around know that this is kind of home for Bingham. They've always been representing in the semis or the championship, so it's good to see them back on track.
1:35 to go. 2nd and 11 from the 19. Martinez. Actually, Martinez is out of the game. So, actually, it's Alex Bolter, I believe, who's in. There's 2 number 10s on this roster. So Bolter could be the Miners quarterback of the future. So, Coach Fernandez giving him a little bit of run as this Bingham program. Look, they used to be the team in the state of Utah. They're not that anymore. It's kind of become Corner Canyons if we had to pick one in particular. But they're on the come up, it feels like, Billy.
Yeah, for sure. You can feel the energy. Bingham's kind of put their place right back into contention of representing 6A as well. Now that they're back here in the semifinals, they're going to take a tough loss to Skyridge, which is a fantastic team that has also been here in the semifinals or the championship, being under Coach Lemon.
So 39 seconds to go as the Miners charge ahead for a first down. They'll have to run one final play in order to wrap this one up officially. What matchup excites you most about next week as we see the Chargers and the Falcons, the top 2 teams in the 6A classification, go to battle for a state title?
I'm excited to see Smith having to take on the assignment of guarding care again, but just to see Toilolo and the energy he brings to that front 7, I'm excited to see him play Corner Canyon's O-line because Corner Canyon's O-line is fantastic. They're very disciplined. Again, back to they don't make very many mistakes. You didn't see Isaac Wilson get hit too much or get sacked too much. And it's gonna be for me a battle of defenses next week, and to see who can just really win the turnover margin and really make quarterbacks make mistakes.
And that will do it. So the Falcons win it 45-20, ending the season of the Bingham Miners and reaching the state championship game next week. What a complete performance. McKay Hillstead and the offense were barely on the field early on, but that they were able to get it done all game long, helped this team put up 45 points. The defense ended up picking off Martinez 3 times. The biggest one, though, has to be that first one. The 95-yard pick 6 by Smith Snowden really turned this game on its head, and ever since then, it allowed the Falcons to remain in control all the way. Your final thoughts?
Yeah, what a great matchup. What a great season for Bingham. Skyridge, it's just got to be very, very fortunate that they get a great quarterback in McKay Hillstead back. And just look at the efficiency he brings to this offense. I believe they were 5 for 6 with the football, 1 punt, and just very in control of this game. And, you got our guy Smith that just started it off with a bang with a 95-yard pick 6 that just really sparked this Skyridge team to really go on this run.
Spark is the word. That's what it was, and it allowed the Falcons to get a 45-20 win to cap off our day. So once again, the matchup between the Falcons and the Chargers, scheduled for 11 next Saturday. Who will become the 5A state champs in the 2022 season? Make sure you tune in with us to find out. Appreciate you for joining us for both games today. For Vili Halasima, I'm JT Wistersill signing off. We thank you for listening to Max Preps Radio, and don't forget, we'll be back here tomorrow for the 5A showdown at 11 and 2:30. We'll see you then on Max Preps Radio.